Hello, YouTubes! Welcome back. As promised, we are back with the Spellforce Arena. We have Don Hyperion in the blue as the dwarfs. And which is coming in with the warrior of the memes. And the shotgun enjoyer of the dwarven kind. From the right in the green. With Hierophant. So at least it's not a full mirror. That'll give us nice. No. Fancy teleport directly to the front to cut some walking time here. You've got the moles greeting it out in the middle. So yeah, apologies for the lack of content in the last month. I did have some recordings. Unfortunately, they got corrupted. Like they recorded at 5 FPS. Or like literally like 1 FPS every 5 seconds. Which was a bit odd. But that should be fixed using the same settings as for my other recordings. So unless we are kinda cursed, we should be fine. But them's the reason why there was nothing. But we're back. And we've got some new stuff. And also there was a patch, so we lost a couple replays that way. But we are now back. And I think dwarf-wise, I can't remember. Chat do remind me if they changed much luck. If they changed much for the Darwi. Can't remember. Okay, so we've got a mole in the mine. It feels like there should be some kind of poetry there. Don Hyperion going up across. Hasn't grabbed anything yet, which is interesting. Considering it's kind of what you need to do with the warrior. But it looks like he's going to try to steal these creeps away from our shotgun enjoyer. And by that name, we would assume that he would love to get level 5 and then shotgun people to the face until the end of days. Because that's how you roll. Little fat fuck is running around. Chuff chuff. Pump those dwarven legs. Run like a mother trucker. And I forgot how to reset my goddamn camera. Apparently I'm very cursy today. There we go. Now I'm on the right scheme. In terms of my hotkey setup. That's nice. Woo! Mole Riders pulling the Revenant camp into the flag. There we go. So that'll go down. Nice move. Classic move. He'll probably get the girl in the end. Oh, they ignore each other. I'm not quite sure if he has seen him yet that he was doing this, but it looks like our shotgun enjoyer is trying to secure that camp before his enemy. Yeah, it looks like they met each other. So there, he's fine departing. Alright, and how much is a bandit camp? That's like a half a level. In the like 4 or 5 stages. And yes, indeed, chat, you do see content. It's a rare sight to behold, but it's here. Long have you waited, long have you yearned. But we have returned! And as we go with the times, we still got the rhymes. Okay, that one was a bit trash. But well, I swear I still got it. I still got it. Anyway, the builds. Why is my... There we go. Economic view, that would help, wouldn't it? So we've got a triple stonecutter, double hunt in the main. Looks like we have got a Charburner situation back here. So, as expected, our Hierophant is gonna go heavier a little bit on the axe wielders. Stonecutter stuff, so I'm assuming there's gonna be some stone holes coming up soonish. After additional stonecutters and hunts. So he should be floating a bit, yeah. Considering the double start with no stone holes. Yet. We also got a little bit of a axe wielder train to the north here by Don Hyperion. While they slaughter their way forwards for higher levels to become invincible. Which is a series I've recently watched and quite enjoyed. Especially the soundtrack. The soundtrack is very, very good. But then again, I'm an old man. Maybe I'm just trying to keep up with the kids. Like what they do. And do what they like. Because you're my target audience. You're all little kids. At least in heart. Well, I'm gonna cast all the games Gecko that we have. At least I'll try to. And then we'll see. I've got a couple. I think I've got up about 5. We'll do at least like 3. And then depends how tired I get. We might have to do the rest sometime else. Or we pump through them all at once. So otherwise, nothing too exciting's happening. Both are just jostling for position. Get some extra territory here. Looks like we're splitting the map in half. Let's quickly check. So we've got, yeah, just normal power, inspiring presence. Only sweeping strike, inspiring presence, and recuperate. So nothing crazy there. Also, we still have like someone who's not like to spend their points just to make your caster angry. And deep waters with the classic single Totem of Flame spell that we see these days quite a lot. Pretty good at clearing, makes it nice and safe. I'm still a proponent of more totem builds, but the left side shotgun stuff is just straightforward, easy to play. You know the drill, boys. You know the drill. But I do like Don Hyperion. He's got a little bit of his own style with the little old one. So he does like his Stalwart Song, which gives you 130 point damage shield on all your boys, which is kind of neat. As far as I know, the level 2 is absolutely trash because it just increases the effect duration, which absolutely doesn't matter. Doesn't even increase the area of effect. So never pick that. But it's really good for creeping, keeping your boys safe. As far as I know, it scales with power. And it's pretty spammable. So I quite like how he does that. Meanwhile, I believe... looks like they're both relatively on the same page in terms of XP. Looks like Down Hyperion just overtook him because he got one Revenant Camp first. But that Wyvern is going to equalize matters. Might even... okay, I don't think it's going to get him level 5. But should get him close. Oh! Sorry. I just got an itch in my nose. You know that feeling when you like got that tickle like way up your nose? When you don't need to quite sneeze. But your body tells you have to. Be prepared. These are all ladder games. I'm trying to keep the tournament games separated. Just to keep... I'm not a man of jostling for stuff. Because a couple of people have requested to not have their games casted, etc. And we've already casted them. We've got tournament casts coming up. So there's plenty more content coming up. Soon enough. And I just hate to have to like double check and triple check everything. So these all have been sent in by fine gentlemen of the community. To give you fellas some entertainment. Man, I'm really sweary today. I have to rein myself in. Gotta censor myself. Like a Russian agent. I guess these days it would be the Chinese. I'm still stuck in the Cold War, you know. But it's all the CCP nowadays. Meanwhile, we've got a really nice Stalwart shield here. But definitely the mask for the shotgun enjoyer. Level 5 achieved. Which means a lot of grief. Oh, I still got it. And here comes the shotgun. Nicely dodged by the hero, but not so much dodged by the rest of his army. Also, that looks like level 2 scatter shot. Let us quickly check. Oh, no, it's still level 1. But we do have the dragon crossbow, so she's dishing out some 196 damage on 3 targets. Which is pretty dope. And yeah, the mass is just too strong with the aggressive opener. Also, Hyperion is banking a bit. It just looks like, I'm assuming... yeah, he's got 3 stone halls, but I'm assuming... oh, no, only double. But more continuous production. It's an easy RTS mistake to make. Not keeping your production up. Essentially, what you want to aim for is... build your economy around continuous production. So when you build 3 stone halls, you want them always be producing until you hit pop cap or something else. But that's generally the rule in RTS, so do keep that in mind if you're new to RTS in general and if you want to improve in games. Because economic efficiency is usually much more helpful than hero efficiency. But maybe we see Hyperion make up for the lack of eco with some nice hero micro, which can become important, but he does need more levels on the warrior. He's not a terror in the night before like level 7, 8. Up until then, he's kind of just a boy with a little 2 hand axes shouting around, being angry all the time. Meanwhile, our high Hierophant lady is just gonna shotgun fools. Like how the axe wielders actually push these guys off, resetting their stuff. We've got an ice golem attempt, which seems to become uninterrupted, but that's not a lot of damage. The nice thing though is the shield is gonna do some decent work here. I said, and then immediately 2 axe wielders got mince-pied. And our sound bugs are back. Yeah, I still don't know what it causes them, but usually like after the 10-minute mark, we get these weird sound bugs, so I can only apologize. Maybe we'll fix it someday, but it is not this day. Okay, the Hyperion with the superior no micro skill set. Oh god, he's just letting his guys being cleaved. But he's gonna get a nice item for his troubles, as well as level 6. And okay, ability cooldown is huge. Huge, that's the best item he can get. Because his cooldowns are long and they're needed. So that is pretty spicy for him. Could have done with not losing half his army though. But we still have level 5 for our Hierophant. But we'll see. Oh, we've got some Earth Shapers in the mix. They got a bit of a range buff now. So they're up to 40 range. A little bit safer. And they have good DPS. They have more DPS than these fellas. Because they almost attack twice as fast. And it's magic damage. Which, for example, axe wielders. So against axe wielders, these fellas do a lot more damage. They are also like twice as expensive, I want to say. We had a question in chat whether... It's 3 more charcoal, basically. Which is not that easy to get, but if you play around it, it's pretty nice. If orcs are any good, they're fine. They're not the be-all end-all at the moment, but they're not super weak as well. I think the patch didn't specifically help them, if I remember right. And trolls are very decent. Relatively beginner-friendly once you figure out how to really train your units. They got a big nerf to their Plaguebringer hero recently, but they're still just by sheer power pretty fine. Pretty damn fine. Chieftain has a bit of a more, like, I don't want to say nuanced, but a little bit more trouble getting some value out of him these days. Due to some training nerfs. But oh man, very passive games. I'm expecting we're gonna go all the way to tier 3. Yep, capital. Upgrading, yeah, both of them almost hit it at the same time. And eco. Okay, my eco values are whack again. For some reason, it's suddenly since the patch. I'm not sure. Was it? I think it was even before the patch. We just get weird values like 300 income a minute. The 63 I can believe. I doubt the 159 a minute, considering how slow it ticks here. But it's a bit weird. But we've got level 7 for the Warrior of the Deeps. So we've got level 2 sweeping strikes. Of course, we've got the precision stance. No disruptor. Full brute force. Which brings the shield up to 184 points of damage. Pretty nice. He can heal himself every 10 seconds. For 500 health. while having insane defenses. He does not have Death Blow, so he's not going for the Cancer build. At least not yet. So at the moment he's going full power. He's got his level 3 armor. Makes him even chunkier. Oh, we bought a Noria's command. Okay. Very, very nice. I like the build. That's not bad. On the other side, we've got full brute force for the Hierophant. 208 magic damage there. Otherwise, yeah, nothing special. Just pure shotgun build. He puts that down. The greens are outnumbering them, but that's a hell of a firing line here by the Darwi. By the blue boys. And yeah, at this point the Warrior of the Deeps doesn't really care. So the Hierophant just goes down. I think she didn't have any... actually, I think she was at the shops. And now with precision stance, he starts to cleave as well. With 85% attack speed. And basically, he can send his army... Okay, he only has shooters now, but if he had anything strike or some berserkers over, he could send them to start cleaning up flags and outposts. And just let this guy run after the army. Because he can solo the tier 1 armies all day. And for orcs, you'd watch Arko Kazam. At the moment, I think... I'm not sure if Night Hunter still plays them. I haven't seen him do much of that. I think Saitama plays a good orc, he just doesn't do it very often. And I think Ra as well. Alright, Ra and Farlon, you guys, are you still playing orcs? For trolls, Saitama, we've got... Who else plays trolls really well? Not Gilgamesh, what's his name? Yeah, boy! Our other streamer boy, I forgot his name, I'm sorry. You know Orcwayne now? Excellent. Farlon's your man then. Okay, we've got the first berserkers on the field. No one's gathering Moonsilver yet, so no glowy axes. Yeah, our Warrior of the Depths just doesn't care at the moment. Okay, he starts to care a little. There we go. And the Earthshaper's doing a decent damage here, decent work here against the berserkers. Nice to see. A couple of bad rallies. But these boys just attack pretty fast for 200 DPS. They've got more than 400 DPS. Actually, no, it's almost 200 DPS exactly. A little bit more, actually. Okay, these guys do need to be careful. They're not tanky. That's their one weakness, but they do a lot of damage. Okay, it's gonna get the outpost, but that's a lot of Earthshapers going down, who are also at the moment not using their shields. Don't think we have the upgrade. We can quickly check what the boys have in store. So we don't even have an upgrade building for Don Hyperion. We've got 4 stone halls, 1 granite hall. We've got 4 stone halls for the Darby Shotgun Enjoyer. And... okay, we're starting to get the Earthshaper upgrades, it seems. And we have an investment made that hasn't been used yet. That's also something you need to be aware of. If you build a building, you want to use it. Otherwise, you're just throwing away resources that you could use otherwise in your build. Also, as dwarves, you kind of need to play a bit taller if you need pop cap. Because you don't really get that much out of just upgrading an outpost. I think you get 10. I'd have to go to his POV again. No, you only get 5 max population from a basic upgrade. And then the upgrade is what really gives you like 10 populations per tier. Words are hard, boys. Words are hard. Also, a bit of awkward on this map. There's Moonsilver in the middle and then just in these big outlying sectors. Which is now being grabbed here by the Shotgun Enjoyer. So that means... okay, now we're manning iron in the middle, so it looks like our Shotgun Enjoyer is gonna get the glowy axes first, which is a huge deal. Because then these fellas do a hell of a lot more damage to their counterparts on the other side. which is nice. Aw. We saw the full Berserker shout for everybody. It's always disappointing. It's so good that it's really worth it to just click one of them, shout, and disperse it a bit. Same with the shield. The shield I can understand a bit better. I think they have better recharge rate in terms of focus. I'm not sure about that one. But also just the eco seems better for our shotgun enjoyer. We've got twice the pop cap. While that's also a pretty decent amount of Berserkers there. So the army quality, isn't it? Okay, we're going for a tier 1, tier 3, tier 2 mix here. And there we go, there's the shield. Now look at that beautiful front line once the debuff goes away. 93 damage on these bad boys. They got 23 resistance. For all of them is Checker Berserker. There we go, we're getting more. 234, 48 defenses. And that's what the glowy axes mean. So if you had glowy axes here, it's just so much more damage. Golem is doing a decent amount of work here. But thanks to the shielding, I don't think it's enough. So the shotguns are going through. They're pretty chunky and they don't have magical negatives. So they're pretty good counters to the Earthshapers. Especially if they can get on top of them like this. The unfortunate business is it's just not enough. And on the back of this, our shotgun enjoyer is just floating a lot. While Hyperion is starting to run out of everything. So just a much crisper game here from the eco side of things on the green dwarf side. And strange unit choices for Hyperion. Not really what you need against the Darwi. Green comp a little bit better there. I like the idea of the mass golems, which can work. But you really need to build your eco around that. Which he tried. But they're just so expensive that it's really hard to pull off. But he did do it. He almost cleaned that up. So almost the entire army has had to be rebuilt. Unfortunately for him, he can afford it. It's kind of curious if we were gonna go for like a meme-ton. What's it called? The Mountain King? No. What is it called? I don't remember. Spirit of the Mountain? Offering to Needhalf. Yes, Spirit of the Mountain. So really good siege unit. It basically can raise entire sectors by its own. Oh, it's like basically causing earthquakes. And does a massive amount of siege damage, which other golems don't do. It's a pretty neat one, actually. Definitely among the stronger titans, just criminally underused. Mostly because tier 3 dwarves either die or already wrapped up the game by that point. But in a mirror, there's a decent chance you could potentially see it. It's not the best map for it, just because of the silver mine situation. There's not much to go from the get-go. So you usually get your upgrades and then you just spam pyromancers. But that's really the only thing you can spend it on. So if you were determined, you could definitely grab one. Level 8 for our martyred lady here. Alright, full cooldown. Got some eagle eye for the attack range on the thing. Really should pick up some of these. Especially scatter shot is just helpful in general. And it seems the sound bug just went away again. So that's interesting. I was about to say, do we see like a capital rush though for Hyperion out of desperation? Doesn't seem like it though. They're a dangerous sprinter. Oh god, that's a lot of Earthshapers. Holy Jesus. 20 Earthshapers. Immediate teleport out. Good choice. By the way, you can switch this aura on and off, so you can save some focus here. And then just do it again. But he dodged the Berserker shout, so that's good. Oh, there's also war horns that you can spend your moon silver on. They're basically pretty expensive stationary berserker shouts, which is a bit awkward. But they're interesting and fun. No tunnels in this game, though. Good old shotgun here. We've got some... What is that stance called? That power stance. I think there's an anime that has it. They're not quite praising the sun. But T-posing, there we go. The power T-pose. For the D-pose? I don't know where I was going with that. But it looks like blue is gonna drown in a tide of green. The battle between the land and the sea. It looks like the mossy land wins. Poor Balloon is getting bullied by some nerdy mages. By the Baldman. And I think because we didn't have... Yeah, we only had level 2 Death Blow. So he wasn't fully damage immune. We also had glowy axes now. And Shotgun Enjoyer takes the game. In a very dwarven fashion. It's a game only the dwarves could lose. And win. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. More content is on the way. I'm gonna jump right into the next one. Nice tech levels here, but I think the resource graph is gonna... Yeah. So, our friend on Hyperion... I'm not sure why they're showing both up as blue here. But, yeah, this is basically the story of the game. Our Hyperion needs to work a bit on his eco, and otherwise he is perfectly fine. GG, well played, and I'll see you on the next one.